What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade basketball analysis coming to you with an instant analysis on the Los Angeles Lakers being defeated by the Miami Heat. They lost 112 to 98. This game had a bad ending where you didn't know what the heck was happening, but the Miami Heat needed this win. They finally get past 500. They're 18 and 17. They are 11 and 8 at home. The Los Angeles Lakers fall to 14 and 21. They're 6 and 13 away from the Staples Center. Miami outscored them 33 to 25 in the first quarter, 28 to 27 in the second quarter. They even outscored them in the third quarter, 34 to 26. The only quarter that the Lakers got up on them was the fourth, which was 20 to 17. But the game was over by then. The Lakers kept it competitive. They kept it interesting, but they just had the lack of scoring, the lack of three-point shooting, and the lack of shot making to really make it a real game. They defended as well as they could with the personnel that they had, and they just fell short. They couldn't even score 100 points, which is unfortunate because it's rare that an NBA team can score 100, but the Lakers couldn't even do that tonight. LeBron James had a disappointing game just because his teammates just wasn't there for him tonight, which happens a lot for the Lakers this season and last year. 27 points for him, -4 and plus minus, 4 personal fouls, 6 turnovers, 6 assists, 9 rebounds, 5 of 5 from the free throw line, 2 of 5 from the 3 point line. He was efficient from three. He was efficient from the field. 10 of 18 from the field. He got to the basket. He used his mid range. He used his distance shots. He got to the free throw line. He did everything he usually does at his age, which is amazing for him to be able to do this 20 years in a row. He has set the bar high for himself, and he's living up to it still. You just wish he had more help. Thomas Bryant, 11 points, -22 and plus minus, 3 personal fouls, 3 turnovers, 1 block, 8 rebounds, 1 or 2 from the free throw line, 5 of 6 from the field. Patrick Beverly, 6 points, -13 and plus minus, 2 personal fouls, 1 turnover, 1 block, 1 steal, 4 assists. He also had 7 rebounds, 2 of 5 from the 3 point line, 2 of 7 from the field. Patrick Beverly just haven't had the season that you needed him to have. He was supposed to be one of their favorite and best additions, but he just hasn't played that well. Dennis Schroeder finally had one of his best games, 15 points, -12 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 4 turnovers, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 2 of 5 from three, 5 of 10 from the field. Lonnie Walker, 0 points, -17 and plus minus, 2 turnovers, 1 assist, 2 rebounds, 0 of 4 from the 3 point line, 0 of 4 from the field. Just a dud game from him. He didn't really do anything. He was probably one of the worst players on the court tonight. It's just a disappointing season for Lonnie Walker. This was supposed to be his breakout season where he leaves. Greg Popovich used everything he learned from that Spurs system and the hard, tough-nosed coaching from Pop, and then he's freed and he can really showcase what he can do in a big market and really make a positive impact on his own career by playing the best he can and putting it all together. But it's just been the opposite. Gabriel, 10 points, +5 and plus minus, 2 personal fouls, 1 block, 1 rebound, 1-1 from the free throw line, 1-1 from three, 4-4 from the field. Brown Jr., 14 points, +3 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 1 turnover, 4 rebounds, 4 or 5 from the 3 point line, 5 or 6 from the field. Toscano Anderson really hasn't done much this season either. 0 points, +8 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 3 assists, 7 rebounds, all 1 from the field. Russell Westbrook didn't shoot the ball particularly well tonight. 15 points, -9 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 3 turnovers, 1 block, 8 assists, 4 rebounds, 1 of 3 from the free throw line, 2 of 7 from the 3 point line, and 6 of 16 from the field. Austin Reeves missed all his attempts, but he did get 1 assist, 1 steal. He did also have 4 turnovers, 1 personal foul, -9 and plus minus. This is a terrible game from Austin Reeves. He did play 20 minutes and didn't really do much but help the team lose. Same with Christie. He played 0 minutes and didn't play at all. Coach's decision. Jones didn't play at all. Coach's decision, even though they was healthy. They shot 48% from the field as a team, 36% from the 3 point line, 73% from the free throw line, 44 rebounds, 25 assists, 2 steals, 4 blocks, 24 turnovers, 16 personal fouls, and 98 points. Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat did everything that they were supposed to do. They came out, they played hard, they executed, they used the mid range, they used the paint area, and they used the 3 point range effectively tonight, even though the 3-point numbers don't look like it. 27% 27 points from Jimmy Butler, -1 and plus minus, 6 steals, 4 assists, 5 rebounds, 5 of 5 from the free throw line, 0 of 4 from three, 11 of 18 from the field. So an efficient night at the office besides the 3 point shots. Caleb Martin, 13 points, plus 25 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 1 steal, 2 assists, 6 rebounds. He also was 3 of 4 from the 3 point line, 5 of 6 from the field. Bam Adebayo, 23 points, plus 24 and plus minus, 4 personal foul, 1 turnover, 2 blocks, 1 steal, 14 rebounds. So 20 and 10 for Bam. He was flying in the sky. He was moving his body. He's very quick. He's very fast, very nimble, and he really do approach the game the right way. He does play hard. I just like the fact that he's more physical. He's touching, he's bumping, he's rubbing, and he's going with more ability to want to finish strong in the paint with either hand, and that's something that you haven't seen since the Eastern Conference Finals against Boston, and he did that twice, and you just want to see more of it. 3 of 6 from the free throw line, 10 of 16 from the field. Gabe Vincent, 12 points, plus 16 and plus minus, 3 personal fouls, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, 2 of 5 from the 3 point line, 5 of 9 from the field. Tyler Hero had an okay game, 18 points, plus 29 and plus minus, 3 personal fouls, 1 turnover, 2 steals, 9 assists, 4 rebounds, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 3 of 7 from three. He was 6 of 17 from the field. He did assist a lot. No Kyle Lowry. He was out. He was injured. They really need Kyle Lowry to be more healthy because I feel like this team is older. They're not as quick. They're not as fast. They're not as good from three. Kyle Lowry gives them a solid defender that can shoot the three and is a good playmaker. And you want him to build chemistry with this roster as he rarely plays. He's rarely healthy for a long stretch of time, and he's only getting older. So if you want to get the best out of that contract, you need him to be active and healthy. The best availability and the best way to play and best way to be reliable is to be active and being able to play. And same with Duncan Robinson. He either sits or he doesn't play at all, or when he does play, he doesn't do much. But tonight he had 8 points, -11 and plus minus, 2 personal fouls, 1 rebound. He was 2 of 4 from three, 3 of 5 from the field. You just want him to space the floor and set good screens. At this point, he's getting overpaid to do that, and he doesn't even do it that well because he only plays 16 minutes. They need to find a way to get him back to being the old Duncan Robertson of the past if they really want to make a run at the Eastern Conference Finals again, because the East is only getting deeper and Miami grip of being at the top of the East is slipping as their 18 and 17 record shows, and they're only getting older. Highsmith, 0 points, zeros across the board. Nikola Jovic, zeros across the board. Robinson, zeros across the board, but he did have -10 and plus minus. He had 1 personal foul, 1 assist, 2 rebounds, and he was 0-2 from the field, didn't attempt a three or a free throw. And Victor Oladipo, is good to see him healthy and back on the court. 4 points, 1 turnover, 2 blocks, 3 steals, 1 assist, 2 rebounds, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 0 of 4 from the 3 point line, 1 of 7 from the field. And Matt Strus didn't shoot the ball well tonight. 7 points, -2 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 1 turnover, 1 assist, 1 rebound, 1 of 7 from the 3 point line, 3 of 12 from the field. And Haslam did not play. He was healthy, but they didn't need him tonight to get the victory. It was a coach's decision. They shot 47% from the field, 31% from the three ball, and 81% from the free throw line. 37 rebounds, 20 assists, 14 steals as a team. They also had 4 blocks, 5 turnovers, and only 15 personal fouls. This was a slow game. This was a grindy game. This was a fast-paced game in the half court sometimes too, depending on the quarter, especially around the first and the third. But these teams are older. They want to take a slower approach. They want to take an execution approach in the half court just because guys just don't want to risk the injury, because these teams been so injury riddled all season that you don't want to see it happen and it deter your whole season and then it's over. Like I said, these teams are borderline out of the playoffs if they go on a -5 win streak. And now Miami is trying to build upon that success that they've been having and just getting guys on the court. They just can't get rid of the nagging injuries. They just can't get rid of the minor injuries. And then it just builds up into a major injury. Then you out from 2 weeks, now you're out a month. And this team don't have the depth that other teams in the Eastern Conference have, and they don't have the youth that's actually good that other teams have that can come in and play at a high level and with high energy and make a difference. They just don't have that type of depth. You have to blame Pat Riley for that. He hasn't done a great job of putting this roster together. Maybe 2 years ago, you looked at Miami as a team that was going to be around for a while. You can give them credit. They hung around last year in the Eastern Conference Finals by beating the Sixers to get there. They went 7 with the Celtics. But as this team gets older, as the injuries pile up, you need a ejection of juice into this team to really get the best out of this team. And who is that going to be? It's not going to be Jimmy and Bam because they do that every night. And they can take their game to another level in the playoffs because they have shown it and they have done it multiple times. But you're going to need Tyler Hero to have a bigger role. He's putting up the same number as he did last year. You needed him to take a step forward to being an all-star. You need Jovic to be able to produce double figures off that bench. You need Kyle Lowry to stop coming up with excuses not to be hooping and not to be on the court every single game. It seems like he's missing or he's not contributing or he's not putting up the numbers that he put up in Toronto, even though he was older at that age. You got a worse version of Kyle Lowry. Once his contract is up, you have a little bit of room salary-wise to make a move to get back to the top of the East. But who really wants to come there when they're really 2 pieces away from beating a young and hungry Celtics who they were just competing with? But as Jimmy Butlers get older, as Bam get older, it just makes you self-combust and blow it up. And then they just jump and attach to another team and automatically become contenders the same way Jimmy did when he came to Miami and the same thing he did when he went to the Sixers. So I don't really like what Miami's doing. I don't really like what Pat Riley's doing with the roster. This team is really just stuck in the mud. We don't have a way to get better. We don't have a way to get insurmountably better, but we do have a way to be stable and steady enough to be a playoff team, and that's it. You're looking at this team as a team you don't want to play in the playoffs because if they're healthy, they can really come at you and play with hard basketball that you just can't teach. They got the know-it-all and the know-how and the IQ to beat you at your own game or to get you out of your game defensively. But that's just if they can stay healthy, and that's if they can get everybody on the court at the same time, which they haven't been able to do this season. And it only gets worse because it's an 82-game season. Plus, you might be in the play-in tournament, so you got to win that too. Then you still got to go to the first round against a higher seed and try to knock them out because now they're not even top 6, which they actually should be at this point in the time in the season, but they're not. They need a couple win streaks in a row to lock up one of these playoff spots, and even then, it's going to be tough to knock out Milwaukee, the Nets, Cleveland, and even the Celtics in the first round if you're not going to be able to rely on guys that's never on the court during the regular season to build that camaraderie and that chemistry. You need to do it consistently, and they have done the opposite, and that could be the detriment of their team and the success of how long this team can go and last in the playoffs. Other than that, keep like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check out my Facebook page. Check out my other channels. Click my channel. You can see my other Facebook, Instagram, Twitter on there. You can follow me on those if you so wish. Other than that, continue to like, continue to subscribe. I got the Sacramento Denver coming up next. Quinn Wade, Basketball Analysis, signing out.